Today I'm overjoyed to get into what I call the Dead Sea, DEDC, Dad Everyday Carry. And I think we as dads have a lot of stuff we have to carry for our kids, our wives, whatever it may be, and I am a backpack guy. So without further ado, let's get into the Dead Sea, the Dad Everyday Carry. We'll start with the bag I use. Now this bag is fully loaded. This has everything except for one item that is actually in my wife's car, which is like a wipes holder. But this is completely loaded with what I keep in my bag every day. Now I keep all this in my bag. It is loaded, it is filled, and it is this at the end of every day. So that if something was to happen in the middle of the night, I can grab my bug out bag that has my earthquake kit, and I can grab this bag, and I have everything I need ready to go. The bag that I have here is kind of unique. This is the GoRuck GR2. I had the GoRuck GR1 first. I got it back in like 2010, and I adored the bag. GoRuck as a company started like in, I think 2008 by Special Forces guys, and they wanted a bag that was pretty much proof. You can pull up a friend who's hanging off a cliff by these straps. They just are so overbuilt. And my GR1 had a failure of the zipper, so I reached out to them because they have a lifelong warranty called Scars. And they said, if the bag holds sentimental value to you, we will repair it, or if you don't mind, we'll send you a brand new one. And I said, I'd love to actually upgrade. Can I pay the difference to get the GoRuck GR2? And they said, yeah, of course. I have traveled to Israel with this, spent 10 days in Israel, and my whole life was in just this bag. So this GR2 means a ton to me. I have switched out different bags before, but I always come back to this. It fits in the overhead compartment on an airplane. It doesn't always fit underneath, but it does qualify as like a carry-on bag because it's exactly the dimensions of the carry-on, at least in the United States. And so that is what it is. It has MOLLE where it needs to. It's not covered in it, and it's a tactical bag, but it's not over tactical, which I find to be extremely nice. There's a bunch of like stuff on it. I mean, this thing is beaten up, 8 years old, and it's still kicking. There's a couple extra things I keep on it. I always keep a patch on. I have my Stay Rad patch. Sometimes it's the American flag. I have a nice heavy-duty carabiner at the top that I can use as kind of like a suitcase handle if I want to, or whatever, or I need to clip stuff. And then I carry a somewhat less robust carabiner here on the strap that I hook my water bottle to, which I can't find my water bottle right now, but I always have my water bottle with me. I use the Yeti, I don't even know what it's called, but it's the plastic one. Let's crack into this bag. Before I get into it, there is one piece that I swap out, I'd say somewhat regularly if we're going out and having a long day out. I like hydration, and so I have this super overbuilt heavy duty hydration bladder. And what's really nice about this bag is it has a pass-through underneath the handle. And so you just have to open up this Velcro portion right here, and you can pass the tube into the bag itself, and you have your pass-through. And the last thing to say about this bag itself, which is pretty special, is I travel to see my parents who live out of state or see some buddies elsewhere. And this can actually be a workout bag. In fact, I use this to work out somewhat regularly as it stands now. I throw this thing in there, which is a 30-pound just plate. What I do is I put it in the back part and I go ruck. I actually, they have rucking events where you go 24 hours, 12 hours, whatever, and you carry your backpack, you do bear crawls and all this stuff, and that's kind of their thing. But I ruck between 30 minutes to an hour a day, and this bag does that. So it's my everyday bag, it's my workout bag. It's so cool, but that's not everything about it, okay? Gosh, I love this bag. You were right, Ryan. This is the way to go. So first thing is in this front and side zipper compartment, which these zippers, zipper care is important on bags. I don't do it, but I've done this a million times and it always opens. These are YKK zippers. The construction of the bag is water resistant. You can spray it with Scotchgard to make it even more water resistant if you want, but if you notice, the zippers are covered, so if it rains, stuff isn't seeping in here. But in this front compartment, I have kind of my throw bag. It's like my throw compartment. I have two essentials. I have some hand salve from Burt's Bees and then my Burt's Bees chapstick. My hands are all destroyed from doing lots of like pull-ups and stuff. So I use this because I don't like lotion. It makes your hands all weird. And this actually feels like it helps my calluses. And then Burt's Bees chapstick, very important. My kid loves that, by the way. She uses it all the time. And then I keep my wallet in here. This is my wallet. It is the Tanner Goods. I don't know what you would call this wallet. Super big, which I like. It's a trifold. I'm not gonna open it up because I have my stuff in there, but you can see nice and big. I used to have a chain, or not a chain, a leather loop, and I would hook it in my back pocket when I used to ride motorcycles, but I don't do that anymore. So this lives not always in this front compartment, but a lot of times quick grab go. If we're out and about, it's inside the bag. This is kind of my like quick throw here. And I shift stuff around when it comes to important things. Now, something I really, really appreciate about this specific bag, as well as any other bags that have this, is clamshell design. So important to me because I want to get in and out quick and I don't have to deal with all the different things. Now, this isn't the best way to deal with your zippers, but I do this. So I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I've done this 100 times over with this bag and it's still kicking. I just have it enough so I can get a grip, and then I just pull and it opens. Again, not super the best idea to do with your zippers, but that's one way of doing it. It has some very simple compartments here that you can deal with. We have mesh pockets here, here, and then a closed pocket and a closed pocket. We'll start with the top closed pocket. What's nice is you can fold like this, open. Again, it's just so quick, and you got your stuff in here. Now, I am a huge fan. I can't believe it took me until being a dad to understand wet wipes. So I have wet wipes. Dude, I don't even use napkins anymore. I just use my kids' wet wipes, and then you can't flush those. So in here are single serving dude wipes. This one has a little bit of a mint chill to it. So I have a few of these in here. How many do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm running low because I give them to friends. And then I have a couple Band-Aids, bluey Band-Aids for the kid. I have some ibuprofen, and then my pen, which doesn't belong in this pocket. This pen's by Tactile Turn. It's a bolt action pen, very nice as a fidget thing, and also it takes Pilot G2s, right? Is that what they're called? Yeah, I think that's what they're called. And I use the .038, super fine point. This actually goes in here, and I'll put it in there in a second. So we'll close this up, open totally. This first pouch is reserved for my manga that I'm reading. So if I'm not, I put this in here right now. Usually it's by my bed, but right now I'm on book 3 of Dragon Ball Z. If you want to be a part of the Dragon Ball Z read-along, hop in the Discord. We do Discord calls to talk about the Dragon Ball Z read-along. But I'm in book 3 of Dragon Ball Z, so that's right there. Or on my desk right here, I have book 2 of One Piece. So those are the 2 that I'm reading. That stays there. And then we have our first piece of technology that you can see, and we have my Nintendo Switch. Now, I'll admit, I don't always pack my Nintendo Switch with me. I do often. I always pack my Steam Deck, which you'll see in the main compartment. But in this first compartment, which is about, I'd say, 4 inches deep. Oh, and I don't know if I already mentioned it. This fully packed right now is 17 pounds. Completely packed is 17 pounds. I don't know how much the bag is by itself, but everything you're seeing is 17 pounds. I have my first organization pocket right here, which holds my 8-bit DOE, I think this is the SN30 Pro, yeah, controller. And it has some other compartments. This is a soft case. I really like soft cases. Super, super nice. And just black. Everything you'll see here is black. All I'm wearing is black. Also, this is the limited edition Toriyama T, the creator. Get it? Dragon Ball, support the channel, get a cool shirt. Anyway, so that's in here. And then in here as well is a game cart holder. And I have 18 games in here. A bunch. Yoshi's Story, Mario Party, Shredder's Revenge, you know, a bunch of games. And that's just this little tiny pouch. There's no zipper on the outside. There is a little attachment here if you want to do stuff, but that's the zipper pouch. Right here is what my Switch is in. And so this, I have my Ahsoka thing. It's the same collection here, and boom, Nintendo Switch. I don't have, this is the Tears of the Kingdom Switch, but I love these Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. And so I keep the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons on here. This does have an additional pouch on the back, which is all jammed up. I don't put anything in this additional pouch on the back because I don't want to cause any pressure on the device itself. It also technically has a spot for that game cart thing to go. So if you don't need to carry another controller with you, you can just actually keep everything small and concise in one if you would like. And I'll show you how that goes right now. You can just pull the cart thing out. You don't need to keep this in, you know, I've played with the idea of just having this be the go-to like that, and you're got everything ready to go. But I just love having that controller with me, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. This controller's just so cool. I just never use it. Maybe I ditch it. Maybe I ditch it. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have in this pouch my journal. This is my journal. Bear Coast Coffee, where my brother used to work, and then Rapport Coffee, the greatest coffee shop in California. And I keep this right here. And then we have this compartment right here, which I house my pens. So this is my pen holder, which in this pen holder, if you care, this is like originally like a really cheap, crappy, like I think it was supposed to be made for cables, but it was perfect for what I needed it. I have one Palomino Blackwing gray. I have my Rotring mechanical pencil, a Sharpie, a felt tip, and then 2 lead and an eraser. And then this pen right here doesn't go in there because I don't want to have to open this up. This pen actually just gets tossed in here and stays in this compartment. And in this compartment, I have a couple other things. I have bottle opener, Topo Chico, more Band-Aids for the kids, Breathe Right strips because I have a broken nose, and if for some reason I'm stuck somewhere and I have my bag, I need to be able to breathe overnight, so I have Breathe Right strips. And then for anyone who doesn't have a Yeti container, I put a Yeti sticker on their water bottle if it's a Stanley. I'm going to put a Yeti sticker on it because you should be using Yeti, not Stanley. Certainly not Hydro Flask. Yeti. This isn't sponsored by Yeti. And lastly, I have a deck of cards because every single person should carry a deck of cards with them at all times. This one, I have 2 of these, 2 opened, 2 unsealed. And the open, these are Star Wars playing cards. Just a normal deck, really, really comfortable. They're cool because they have like Boba Fett or, you know, I think that's Obi-Wan, Palpatine. It's a really, really cool deck, and then they have a fun Death Star lightsaber stuff on one side. And so I keep a deck of cards on me because you never know if you're going to be bored somewhere and you want to play cards with somebody. It's great to have a deck of cards. Or you can do a workout called the deck of cards where you just flip one over, you do push-ups, pull-ups, or rows with your backpack or whatever, or squats. So this is this is secondary compartment, I guess, technically. This is one that I don't crack into as often because I'm mainly getting into the main compartment. Now, what's cool about this specific bag, since I've been using it for such a long time, is I understand it. I know it in and out. So I can actually reach back and I know where everything is. And if I just have this part open, these 2 compartments right here, I can easily get into and I know what to grab, whether it's ibuprofen or I can get into the other compartment and grab Band-Aids or a bottle opener if I'm drinking a Topo Chico in the car. And it's super easy. And I usually keep these like this in the middle, and then I have these tucked like that, and so that's kind of my go-to. And so let's get into the main compartment here and kind of showcase what we have. I should probably do this right. So in the main compartment, again, it has a crease right here, so the folding open is super easy. Boop, and now we're folded open. I don't have a ton in here because this compartment just carries the stuff that I quickly access. I have in the top here my AirPod Pros. This is the second, I don't know which gen it is. It's the most recent generation. I have an iPhone. This is easy. It's just super easy for when I'm in the car. I can take a quick call, whatever. So this is always on me. It's not always in the bag. It's sometimes just in the cup holder next to me. But I absolutely use the AirPod Pros. Yeah. And then this is the snack pouch. No squeeze pouches right now. But in the snack pouch, I have meat sticks. And then I have these from Trader Joe's. You can just ask them for it. They're wooden forks. Great to have some quick utensils. And Trader Joe's has these little wooden forks. You just ask for a couple of them and you're good to go. And then I have my, meat sticks here. This is the snack pouch. Lots of snacks usually go in here. Trail mix, whatever it may be. And then this up here is just a quick and easy. This also has my wallet a lot of times. And then we have the main compartment. And in the main compartment, you'll see right here, I have little hanging things for if I need to put something across here, I can just strap it in. This is for the bladder. And so if I ever have the bladder, it goes right here. It's attached by this little tiny thing here. And then I shove it into this laptop pouch and it just kind of sits in there. It has MOLLE on the inside so you can attach something here. I'm not going to showcase any sort of blades or firearms, but you can attach those right here if you need to with MOLLE and you're good to go. And so a few pieces of tech we see right here, which are my mains. I use these. I don't like Beats. I don't like AirPod Maxes. I don't like most over ear. I don't think Bose are all that great. I don't like Sony headphones. These are Audio-Technica's headphones. These are the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. They're actually the BT2s, the second version of their Bluetooth headphones. These do use Bluetooth, but I actually mainly use them with a 3.5 millimeter if I can. I like wiring in. I don't know what it is. I just think it's a better connection, and so I do that. So these right here, I use when I'm playing video games, whether it's the Nintendo Switch or the Steam Deck. Now, I did use these Bluetooth to test them on my trip to Utah with the Steam Deck, and it worked flawlessly. It was totally cool. They work great with the phone. You can do all that, but again, I prefer wiring them in, and I'll show you where the wire is in a second. So that's what these are. Love these Audio-Technicas. I just don't like techie things, and so these are made for sound engineers. I'm just not a fan of tech bags. I use a tack bag. And so these and they also look cool. I have swapped them out for these, like, I forgot what the brand name of this because I got it so long ago, but these are just like cool something or other. I'm definitely listing them below for you guys so you guys can check them out. All things are listed below in the description if you like any of this stuff. And then this is the second iteration. So it has a lot of extra, it has an app. You can adjust the EQ in there if you want. And it's also USB-C. I have the first generation as well. And that is USB-A? No, B? Micro USB. This is USB-C, much better because everything in this bag is USB-C. Thank God. And so now I only have to hold a couple cables. Headphones. This isn't always in here, but this is pretty awesome. This is by Tactical Baby Carrier, or Baby Gear. I have the Tactical Baby Carrier. This is a changing pad. It's kind of silly. Stand clear drop zone. Has a few diapers in here. It's really simple, and has a handle. You can hook it onto something with the carabiner if you want. But this is, I keep this in the bag when I'm on dad duty, which is all the time. And so this goes in here. My wife has her own. It doesn't look like this, but this is really simple and easy. I'll take it out just to showcase the rest of the bag. And then this, of course, is the Steam Deck. My Steam Deck loadout TomTalk case. In the TomTalk case, I got myself my Steam Deck with the Skull & Co. grip case, the tan one, and the green. This is the Xbox style thumbstick grips, risers, whatever you want to call them. I was using the PlayStation ones. I like these. They're textured on the outside. I love the way they feel. They make this feel good and robust. It doesn't increase the size of the Steam Deck that much, but it does, for me, make the Steam Deck look way cooler than it looked before. I think the Steam Deck is the equivalent of a ThinkPad notebook. It's so uninspiring in its design, but now, I don't know what it is about this. It looks way cooler to me, and so I like this, and that's my loadout right now. If you want to see the game I'm playing, I'll show you guys on the overhead cam. I got my Hades startup thing because you get so many freaking points. I'm playing Sandland, which is so good, by the way. Runs so well on the Steam Deck. Anyway, this right here, I love this case because the Skull & Co. case accidentally turns on the Steam Deck if you push this too hard, and then all of a sudden you have an on Steam Deck inside of a case. Not ideal with the fans. And so what I have is the TomTalk case, which with this little bumper and this case like this, you see it's all the way touching the side, and this does indeed fit in here perfectly. There's no issues. I've tested, and it's not moving anywhere. And if you push down on these, you have to really push hard in order to get some sort of, there it goes, press on the thumbstick. So this is the perfect sleek design. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what do you do to charge it? That's this brick. So in this brick right here, I'll take this out too so you guys can see the inside. Before I get into this, this has laptop case. The laptop case here, or laptop pocket here, doesn't have a false bottom. And so if you put the laptop in, it will go all the way down to the bottom, but the bottom is a thick pad. So that's something to think about if you do want to use this for your laptop, which you totally can, and I totally do, but it doesn't have a false bottom. It does have an elastic here. I don't put my laptop in here often because I don't take my laptop everywhere I go. I have no need to, but if I do, I'm either putting it in here or in the back, which I'll show you after. This is my cable management thing. This was a prototype designed by Side by Side. A really, really cool thing. It's elastic here so it can bulge. I got it from them years ago and nothing ever came of it. So if we open up this thing completely, I have the cables I need. I have my Game Boy Advance SP charger here. This is just somewhere I can easily access it. I have my 3.5 millimeter cable here. It doesn't have a mic on it because I don't want to talk on it. I don't want to use it as a, headset for talking. That's what my AirPods are for. I have a USB-C to USB-C cable here, a USB-A to USB-C cable here, and Genki's USB-C to USB-C cable here for a very specific reason, which is if I need to charge my device, come on, cable, get out of the way. I have two ways of charging. I have the on-the-go charging, which is my power bank by, Bazus. I like this one, 65 watts. It has PD, so smart power delivery, I think. I don't really remember exactly the name of that, but it has USB-C out, two USB-A out, and a micro USB. You also have on this how charged it is. This is 100%, so that's good. And this can power my soundboard, specifically can power my soundboard. So if I want to do a podcast on the go, I can take my Rodecaster 2 with me and power it with this. Crazy. I don't do that, but I can. And then inside here are the other ways I charge my devices. I have two of Genki's chargers. I have their, this is the Covert Dock Mini, which has USB-C out. And then I have their Covert Dock 2, which has the, I think it's 45 watt charging. So this can charge the Steam Deck. And I use this on vacation to charge my Steam Deck. I use this on vacation to charge my Switch, and they're good. I can use these to charge my iPhone, my computer. Everything's fine with these, and this will fully function as my charging devices, as my charging ports for my devices, or charging bricks for devices, whatever you want to say. That all fits nicely in here, and that's everything in the main compartment. And then on the very, very back, so I pack this up, this vertical, this like this like that, and then these just on top like this. I will fold that in like so. There are gripes I have about this backpack, but there's no such thing as a perfect backpack, so I'll tell you that in a second. You flip this over and you have the back panel here, which you can put a couple things in. You can put the actual weight back here. You can put your laptop back here, which that's where I usually put my laptop, or you can put a piece of flexible Kevlar back there to make this bulletproof. This by no means is the most perfect bag out there. In fact, it doesn't come with the sternum strap. You have to buy that separately, which I did. It's fine. Sternum strap is absolutely necessary if you plan on loading this up. And when you go through like TSA or something, I usually pull these down like so, and then pull that like this, and then this, you don't have all those flopping things everywhere. And so again, this isn't the most perfect bag out there. It does the job, and I will say, as far as a bag is concerned, and as far as like a full loadout is concerned, I would be hard pressed to find anything that is as versatile as this. It's huge. It's a 40-liter bag. A 40-liter bag. And the reason why I went for a 40-liter bag versus anything smaller is it fully touches my back. So I have it completely against my whole back. It's comfortable. The straps go out to the side. And what's most important to me is I have space to add stuff. And so I don't like carrying stuff on me. All I have on me is I have a handkerchief in my left pocket and I have my phone in my back right. Keep my keys hanging on my hip. That's it. I don't want to put stuff in my pockets, and I want something that's easy to get through. And so this offers me that ease. It is by far the easiest bag to navigate in. I have other bags that have more pockets and more space for stuff, but this is just by far the easiest one out there. So this is my, this is my Dead Sea. This is my dad everyday carry. I keep this on me and packed at all times in my place. And I genuinely love it. It feels good, and I feel kind of like Boba Fett with my gear on me at all times. I want to know what's your Dead Sea. What do you keep on you at all times? If you want to send pictures to me of your Dead Sea, please join the Discord, send pictures there. I'd love to see it. I want to know, are you a GoRuck owner? Because we're kind of like a special breed of people who spend a lot of money on backpacks. Are you someone else? Do you use tack bags? Do you use tech bags? What do you use? I want to know all of it. This kind of stuff is so fun and so fascinating to me. And if you like EDC stuff in general, let me know in the comments below. Make sure that you're a part of the live streams because we talk about everything in between. And most of all, happy gaming.